I'm Dr. Michael Brown, and this is an introduction to 3D Studio Max 2026. All right, so the first thing you're going to see is your perspective window. So this right here is where you're going to be doing your work. Now you can change this window to be orthographic or the standard 3D view, and you can change it by just clicking here. If I click here, I can go like top, whatever, or I can click here and change my overall layout. So now I have all four views here. So I have my 3D window here, then my front, my top, and my left view there. Okay. Now, up here, we have just our standard menu systems that we're going to be using. So file, edit, tools, group views, blah, blah, blah. And then we have modeling, freeform, selection, object, paint, populate, and this little white chevron. Let's go ahead and click on that. And that's going to give you your full bar right here, which gives you a lot more tools to use. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put down some default objects and go over rotation, camera, and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and put down a box. So to put down a box over here on my create menu, you can tell this is the create menu because it's got the little plus sign for create, for adding things. So I'm going to click on box. Now the box you draw out in two different steps. So first you draw the bottom by clicking and holding, by clicking once, and then you draw the height. And that gives us a camera, or that gives us a box, not a camera, sorry. And then I just made my view really big so we can see it easily. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is go over the camera controls. So the camera controls for 3D Studio Max are you hold Alt and middle mouse, and you can rotate around your object. If you hold Alt and middle mouse, or if you just hold middle mouse, you'll pan your camera. You can zoom in and zoom out with the mouse wheel. Okay, so that's basic camera control. Now let's look at how we actually manipulate an object. So we've made this box, and if I go to the Modify tab, which is this one with the kind of gray arc in it, it tells me the length is 43, the width is 50, and the height is 36. So if I want to make these all 50, I can just type 50 in here. And now it's a full square, or cube, sorry. Okay, now, once I select it, I can hit the W key. W brings up the Move tool, which is also right here. Select and move. Once you see the Move tool, you have three different axes, Z, X, and Y. Okay, so Z is always up and down. X and Y. Whoops. Okay, so you can see how they move. Now you can also grab two axes at once, like I'm grabbing Z and X right now. Or I can grab Z and Y right now. Or X and Y. It's just hard to move in 3D space necessarily, so you don't really want to just grab it and move it like this, like because you can't really put it down and stuff like that. So I'm just going to put this here by moving it. Okay. And then we have our next tool, which is rotate, which is the E key. It's also located right here. Select and rotate. So select and rotate, I can actually just rotate this object on any of the three axes. That allows you to rotate the object. I'm going to go ahead and undo that rotation, so Control Z, just so I can put it back flat so for the scale part. And then we're going to do the next tool, which is scale. So if I hit R or click on this one, select an uniform scale, I can just scale it. Whee! Okay. So very simple, nothing too overly complex in this video. Just getting used to 3D Studio Max's interface, putting down objects, and manipulating them is really good to get started with. So we can just put down other objects like a cylinder. They have a teapot, tube. Okay, so a lot of different things you can do. Now what we have over here is called our outliner, or everything that's in the scene. So we have a box, a cylinder, a teapot, and a tube, right? And we can change these names. So I can change this to, instead of tube, it'll be a tunnel. So that way I know what I'm looking at, or that way I know what it is in the scene. When you have a ton of stuff in the scene, you can tell what you're looking at, for instance. Now, to switch back to your selection tool, it's just Q. Q on the keyboard for select makes a lot of sense. It doesn't, but that's okay. All right, so this was a quick introduction to 3D Studio Max just to get you started. The next video will go over actual polygon editing, editing vertices, polygon edit mode, all that stuff. All right, I hope you enjoyed it.